What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of the Narcissist Code. I'm your favorite self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, better known as Mental Healness from social media. If this is your first time seeing my face or hearing my voice, I'm a diagnosed narcissist, and I use my platform on social media to raise awareness for NPD, get more people into therapy, and also validate the victims and survivors of this disorder. Today's episode is going to be about becoming self-aware. What it's like going to therapy, what it's like being a self-aware narcissist in today's world, and dealing with it and things like that. Because I've been talking to, I do my Zooms, I do my one-on-ones and things like that over Zoom, and I've been increasingly talking to more and more people who think that they actually are narcissists, or who have actually been clinically diagnosed as narcissists. And what I tell people, and I tell survivors the same thing, is that like self-awareness does not mean peace. I think a lot of people see me as the self-aware narcissist, and Ben Taylor and Cluster B Milkshake as self-aware narcissists, and H.G. Tudor and Sam Wagner as self-aware people who are self-aware of their narcissistic personality disorder and the traits that come along with it. People see that self-awareness and think it means peace, think it means like you can live the good life because you're self-aware. But I tell this to people all the time, even in person, that self-awareness means pain. Self-awareness means awareness. Like, it means that, like, before I was aware, it's like I was literally on autopilot. You know what I mean? But when my wife called me a narcissist, like, that's how I got there, y'all. I know everybody wants to know, like, how did you get to the point where you actually went to therapy? So from the beginning, you have to hit rock bottom, first of all. My rock bottom came when my wife came home one day, and she heard me yelling and screaming at my 6-7-month-old little son, like top of my lungs, because I was blaming my son for where I was at in life, because I was failing in life, because I didn't go to college to play sports, because my job sucked, because my life sucked, and I was blaming my son. I needed somebody to blame. Narcissists, we need somebody to blame. We need a fall guy and things like that. So who else was there to blame other than my 6-month-old while I was sitting there trying to do work and him yelling and screaming, so I can't do my work. I got to go tend to him. So I'm blaming him, screaming at him. My wife comes home, we get in an argument, and then she leaves. And I'm like, just get the hell out there. And then she's out of her mouth, she just said, it's hard as hell living with a narcissist. I was like, narcissist? I didn't know what narcissist meant. My definition of narcissist was just egotistical and like you're a good-looking person and you're full of yourself. I was like, you're a narcissist. Like me? It take me 5 minutes to get ready. You got to get dolled up and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm talking junk. You know what I mean? And no, y'all, I'm not a misogynist. I was just trying to hurt her feelings because she hurt mine by calling me a word. So we get into it, and she leaves, right? And I'm just sitting there angry. I'm gonna download these apps. I want to get these women or whatever. Before I do that, I get online, right? And I Google narcissistic personality. I Google narcissist, the word narcissist. I'm like, why did she call me that? You know what I mean? So I get on Google and Google narcissist, hit enter, and it pops up. You do a couple scrolls, narcissistic personality disorder. I was like, what the hell is that? Like, what is that? You know what I mean? So I click on it. Yeah, I was like, what? I look at the traits, the DSM-5 traits, 9 traits, whatever. I was like, oh my goodness. And it's just like a rush. It's just like being in the Matrix, y'all, and taking whatever pill it took. I'm going to say red pill. I think it's the red pill that wakes you up out the Matrix. It's literally like when you find out you're a narcissist, when you realize that that's you, it's literally like taking the red pill and waking up in the Matrix. You wake up and you realize that your life, it feels like your life, you've been living your life on autopilot. Like literally. I remember seeing that stuff, and I thought about stuff. And I just texted I don't know, my wife saves a lot of text messages. I need to see if she can go way back and see if she can see what I text her. But I just told her, I was like, yeah, I think this is me. I think I have this personality disorder. Like, it's weird, but like, I don't feel terrible right now. It's like, I feel like, I feel like I understand who I am now and why I think the way that I think. Because my whole life, I've always felt like I've just been different overall. It's not just this sense of grandiosity. It's like a sense of just not fitting in ever. Could I fit in? Did I fit in? Yes, I fit in everywhere. It didn't matter what race you were. It didn't matter what religion you were. It didn't matter how old you were. I could fit in with any crowd. You know what I mean? Because there's me. I was good at blending in. My emotions didn't feel the same. You know what I mean? So at that moment, like when my wife had left me, like I was at the financial ruins. I didn't go to school. Like, I was literally rock bottom. She took my son away. My youngest son, I had another son, he wasn't there, but like she took my youngest son away. Like, I had nobody else to blame for where I was at in life other than myself. Everything else was removed. Rock bottom, hit it. red pill, woke up in the Matrix. And I was just like, wow, this is me. So I told her to come on. I'm like, look, come on. I'm gonna go to therapy. I said, I see there's no cure for this online, so I'm gonna go to therapy, right? I'm gonna go to therapy. I'm gonna do what I need to do to fix this. I'm gonna do what I need to do to attack this right here. You know what I mean? So that's what I did. Went to therapy. I mean, I didn't go to therapy at first. So she came home. But then like, so she came home, and then like I went to work the next day. I don't think I've told this story before. Well, I'm just telling it now because I was telling somebody on this on my one-on-one yesterday. I went to work the next day, and I remember I clocked in at work, and I just remember like it was like this moment of this wave hit me of memories of all the sinister stuff I've been doing. I describe it, like I think it's Charles Dickens or whatever. The night before Christmas, the night before Christmas, when he took him back, like the ghost of Christmas past and Christmas present and Christmas future came. It was like the ghost of Lee Hammock past came and took me back to look at my life. And I was just like looking at my life in the third person. And I seen all the manipulation I was doing, all the guilt tripping, all the gaslighting I was doing over my entire, like, big moments of my life. And I remember, and it's like I'm watching myself, but it's like I'm watching somebody else. I was there. I was present for those moments. I know what I was doing. But now it's just kind of like the spirit of me now going back and looking at the past and just seeing why I was doing the stuff I'm doing. All the people I've turned against each other, all the people I've cut off my life, all the people I've made other people cut off because of stuff, the rumors that I spread and things that I've done. All the relationships I've lost based on my own attitude and how I treated people. You know what I mean? It's just like all this stuff hit me while I was at work. And I was just like I said, it was just like watching. It's like literally watching myself on autopilot. Because I was there, I could see it, but it looked like somebody else was operating me. And I know y'all going with this. I know y'all gonna say, Lee, you just we wait for you to say that. That's that third person, that third party that was operating you. That was the Jezebel spirit. We just been trying to tell you about that. I know y'all. That was the Jezebel. You was being controlled by the Jezebel spirit. We knew it, brother. We knew it. God bless you. No, it wasn't the spirit, y'all. It's like literally. I can understand why y'all think that, but like it literally, I can see myself doing it. And that hurt, y'all. It just hurt to see some, like, it seemed like I was on autopilot for 32 years. 31 years. Wait. Early 2017? Yeah, I was 31. It seemed like I was on autopilot for 31 years. And then the ghost of Lee Hammock present was like, look, what we going to do about it? It took me to the future. The future looked one of two ways. The future was just like me being by myself, going out here doing my thing, getting multiple women, doing what I wanted to do, living the life on the way I wanted to live it at that time. Or I could get my wife and kids back and have a healthy family. Healthier family dynamic. And, I know what path I chose. I looked at my life and I just like, it was overwhelming though, y'all. It's overwhelming when you become self-aware. It's just like I said, you see all the stuff that you've done. You are like living it again. You see it, you feel it, you've done it. It's just like hurt. It's just driving me crazy. I had a terrible day at work that day. But, after that, I decided to, I didn't know how to get to therapy. So I got on Facebook, typed in narcissistic personality disorder, and there were some groups popped up. And I joined those groups, and those groups actually helped change my life, y'all. I always had to shout out Michelle, Manny, Rachel, all those people from the original group and stuff like that I, just remember from back in the day. They used to answer the questions I had. They tell me about their experiences, and they still do. I haven't seen Manny in a while, but Michelle's still out there. Rachel's still out there. From the original group, I remember being in that group, and they just helped change my life, and they guided me to therapy. Because I saw those people in those groups. I'm like, they have narcissistic personality disorder too, and they living their life okay. Boom, bam, got it. You know what I mean? So I literally joined those groups, and I got they told me how to get to therapy, and then I ended up leaving those groups for a little bit to start this journey what I'm on right now to tell people about it. Because people used to come into those groups, and they felt like it was the end of the world for them. They felt when they got diagnosed, they were like, oh my God, but I got diagnosed as a narcissist. My life is over. I'm a devil. I'm a demon. The world is going to hate me. I have to hide this. I don't want to be this way. I don't want to hurt people. People were saying that. People were scared to get fired. They was coming in there on fake pages, scared to get fired because maybe their boss would see them in their group or something like that. They had to use pseudonyms, like fake pages and stuff. I was like, man, this ain't fair. You got to hide who you are this much? You have a personality disorder? So I started talking about it. And it got to the point where now I'm where I'm at right now. But like I said, it took a while to get there. And then in October 2017, it got overwhelming, and I realized the groups wasn't enough too. So that's when I had to went to therapy. I'll show y'all that email. my very first email I sent my therapist, I was like, hey, my name is Moan Hammock, and I'm 99.5% certain that I have narcissistic personality disorder, and the pain and suffering and like the self-awareness is I literally said the self-awareness is killing me. The self-awareness is unbearable. Because it is, y'all. Self-awareness does not mean peace. Self-awareness means you know what you're doing. I tell this to people all the time. People come in my comment section and just like, everybody says that narcissists can't heal. Narcissists can't be cured. But here you are saying this, saying the exact opposite. I've never said I'm healed. I've never said I'm cured. Y'all stop putting words in my damn mouth. Y'all be killing me with that. I've never said that, ever. I'm very, very meticulous with what I say. I never said I was recovering either. I just say I'm in therapy, trying to alter my behaviors. That's all I've ever said. And people just like, you changed. You said you changed. No, I did not. You inferred that because you see how I talk and how I act and how I present myself. You inferred it. I did not say that. Don't do that to me. Don't try to put words into my mouth. But I got to the point that, you know what I mean? But self-awareness is just like you woke. Like, I'm still a narcissist. I tell this to people every single day. I'm still a narcissist. My first thought is self-serving. The very first thing on my brain, no matter what the situation is, no matter who else is going through it, my very first thought is self-serving. My very first thought could be very, very manipulative. My very first thought is to be the gaslight and defend myself. I have to literally step in between my own psyche and make the conscientious decision to do better. You know what I mean? To alter my behaviors. Like, I do cost benefit analysis in my head. Like, what is it going to cost me, and what's it going to benefit me to make this decision? You know what I mean? I take my time. I feel like one of the main things I learned in therapy is how to slow down, because when you're making rash decisions, narcissistic people like myself, we're erratic. We like to move fast. So what I've had to learn how to do is slow down. Slowing down has changed my life, because I've been able to slow down, be meticulous, and take my power back like that. I can slow down and make decisions, because I'm making decisions fast. I'm going to make decisions wrong. Take my time, make decisions on my own time, and it helps me live a better existence. Because self-awareness is worth it. I keep telling people, like, therapy is the key to feeling better, to doing better. But therapy is going to be painful, because you go to therapy, it's going to, like, if you go to therapy and be honest, it's going to change your perspective on people in your life. It might change your perspective on your parents. You might think you had a great upbringing, but you go to therapy and go through it, you might end up walking on a therapy session hating your damn mama, or looking at your dad differently, blaming them for, because you can't choose your parents. You can choose who you date, you can choose who you marry. Most times, I know culturally it's different, but you can't choose who raises you. You cannot choose your parents. You can't choose you have a narcissistic mom, a narcissistic dad. You can't choose that. You can't control those. You can't control those extenuating circumstances. The only thing you can do is control who you are when you're older. You can make the conscientious decision, and get around better people. But you can't choose how you were raised. But you can, like I said, going to therapy and working through that stuff might mean you end up having a different relationship with your mom. You'll view your mom or your dad through a different lens. Your brothers, your friends, through different lenses. You'll view with the trauma, whatever. If trauma made you who you are, you're gonna view the person who caused that trauma very, very differently. You know what I mean? You're going to do that. Sometimes you might go in there and notice your mama is a narcissist, or your dad is a narcissist, or your brothers, if your best friend, your coworkers. It's going to open your eyes. Red pill. You wake up. You cannot go, and you look. Once you get out of that matrix, this is what I was telling my man yesterday. Once you get out the matrix, you cannot go back in. You can't. Once you become self-aware, you can't go back to being not self-aware. In therapy, like I said, you have to make the active choice to be better. You have to make the active choice to be better and to pursue better while you're in therapy. It doesn't, like I said, therapy is not going to guarantee you get better unless you want to get better, unless you want to better your behaviors and things like that. Unless you have to go in there and be honest. And honesty means pain. You have to go in there and be honest and bury yourself. Because a lot of times you deal with narcissists, like, we don't trust people. Narcissists, like myself, we don't trust people with our feelings. We want to get all the information from you. We want you to give all the information to us, but we don't trust other people with our feelings. So going into to learn how to trust a stranger with your deepest, darkest secrets is a different animal, y'all. It's a different animal. It really is. You have to go in there and get comfortable and ensure your honesty. And no matter how crazy it sounds, or how backwards it sounds, or how asinine it sounds, you have to say it. If it's on your mind, you say it. Getting diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder with some sociopathic traits, because people don't realize I have sociopathic traits too. They just think I'm just narcissist. Like, yeah, I got a little splat, I got a little extra, I got a little zest. I'm zesty. No, I'm not zesty like that. I know, yeah, whatever. But literally, it's pain. It can be painful, y'all. Self-awareness does not, like I said, it does not mean cure. It does not mean better. Self-awareness can be hurt. You start if you become self-aware and you don't go to therapy to try to alter your behaviors, you're going to start blaming other people for how you are. The blame game will get worse. You start blaming other people. You start raging out more on people, and then sometimes you can use your diagnosis as a narcissist to continue to treat people bad. Hey, I'm diagnosed as a narcissist. This is who I am. I can't change it. There's no cure. So if you're gonna be with me, you got to deal with me. Boom, boom, boom. That's literally the setup for it right there. And if you're gonna deal with me, you have to choose to be here, and I can't do anything about it. You have to choose to be here. It's up to you, and that's how the narcissist mind works right there. Therapy does not mean cured. Therapy does not mean you're gonna get healed. This takes work out. You know the percentage of people being diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder is already super low. The people who try to actually get better and live better lives is even lower. So yeah, self-aware narcissists that are trying to do good are unicorns, and I just happen to know a few of them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So self-awareness is not pain. Self-awareness does not mean cure. It just means self-awareness. Self-awareness can bring hurt, and it takes rock bottom to get there, y'all. And people, I know people are gonna ask, what's rock bottom look like? Rock bottom for everybody else is different. There could be some rich narcissists out here. How you gonna? They can not hit financial rock bottom. They have to hit spiritual and physical, mental rock bottom. I hit them all. I hit spiritual, mental, physical, and financial rock bottom. I ain't had no money, no brain, no thoughts, no education, no physical health. I was a mush. I was a dreadhead narcissistic mush. You know what I mean? I wasn't doing nothing. I was just cute. I'm still cute now. I'm just joking. But yeah, self-awareness is pain. So if you have a narcissist that watches this video, or if you're a narcissist and you watch the video, go to therapy, get some help. Be honest. Honesty is truth. There's truth and there's healing in the honesty. Go fix yourself. Go. You can't be fully cured or healed, but it's a journey. It's a fun journey if you allow it to be, because the behaviors are still going to be there, but you can alter them. It gives me power to feel like I'm in charge of my emotional state. It just does. You know what I mean? Anyways, y'all, I know I done rambled on a little bit, a lot. I can tell this story all day. I can do a whole podcast on this story of like 3 hours. But anyways, y'all, I hope this helps. I hope this video reaches the right people. I'm truly blessed. Thank y'all so much. Until this is out. Peace.